Well, I'm just delighted and thrilled to be able to introduce our next guest. This is Cathy and Pete Nelson. Uh, Cathy and Pete were friends of mine from when I began seminary in Berkeley, California, Pacific School of Religion. 40 years ago, Pete and Cathy lived down the hall, and it's been nice to reconnect with them the last couple of years. So, Pete, you want to tell us some of your interest with the Foundation for Orphans and some of your ministry?
You bet, Wayne. It was such a delight to reconnect with you last year because we really hadn't followed each other much over the last 3.5 decades or so.
Wow.
And I remember living down the hall from you. We were there when we were pregnant with our first child. Angela was born when we were in seminary, and she's 38 now. And your boys are getting up there, and boy, what a wonderful journey, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
But while you stayed at seminary a while and got some more specific degrees and then went on to ministry, Cathy and I went to a place called Gardnerville, Nevada. It was an appointment within the district, and we were serving two churches there for a while, and then the yoke finally divided up, and we were serving the one church in Gardnerville, and we ended up staying there for 31 years. Pretty unusual, but what a joy, and what a great ride. In that 31 years, we were able to do things, I say, you know, beyond just the maintenance of ministry. And I think a lot of folk get caught in the maintenance of life and the maintenance of ministry. And yet the things that really touched my soul were the things I did beyond, or was able to help with beyond that maintenance. And two that stick out in my mind, my heart, is a community food closet that we were able to help form and establish there in Carson Valley that is still going today, going strong. They have their own building, they have their own 501c3, and they are serving thousands of meals every day, every week. And another one was a suicide prevention network. We got involved with a family who lost their son to his own hand, and they wanted to do something more and to remember Eric. And so that too still is thriving in the Carson Valley. And we know that these ministries are saving lives and touching souls because the suicide rates there have actually declined, and the hunger rate has actually declined. And you know, hunger is everywhere, and it touches me to reacquaint with you and with the Foundation for Orphans, because orphans are hungry. Orphans come from depressing situations and families who are at their wits' end about what to do and whether they can even go on and how can they go on. And so orphans that Jesus spoke about so much and so eloquently, and serving the orphans and the widows among us, it just touches my soul in a way that brings me to a little more perfection and grace, to say, I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of the Foundation for Orphans, and to bring the years that Cathy and I have, and that you have, and so many others have, to this new vitalization in ministry. Because even though we're retired, you know, the heart's still there, and the will is still there, and we really want to help make this thing happen. And so Cathy and I are prepared to make a substantial donation. We want to donate $1,000 to the foundation tonight.
Well, there's a reason for a toast. That's the first I've heard that.
We also have put on our Facebook fundraiser pages that we would like our colleagues and our friends on Facebook to join us in this very positive effort to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And we have a source that is going to match everything that comes into our Facebook pages. So hopefully
that's beyond $1,000. That's beyond $1,000.
It's beyond $1,000.
Wow.
Oh,
that's another reason.
Wow.
That's very exciting.
Hopefully the check won't bounce.
Yeah.
We don't have any experience with that, do we? So just to be on a serious note again, I suspect I opened a food pantry in my church as well. And I got a fair amount of pushback because people said, oh, Wayne, there's no hungry people here. Or they said, you know, the town's already taken care of them. But our food pantry exploded as well. There was great need. I think part of the reason we're living in the midst of this orphan crisis is because we don't understand the depth of this problem.
Right.
Yes.
People don't know there is an orphan crisis.
Below our radar. We never hear about it.
Below our radar. And so that's what we're trying to do through this telethon and through our work and my ministry and writings and all that, is to ignite a global fire. And I know that's not the right term for the West right now with the serious fires.
Well, right.
But
Well,
But-
Wesley talked to the fire of the soul. You know.
there you go. It's a symbolic fire that we think can spread around the world. We have enough resources and the orphan crisis. The world has enough. No child should be sleeping under a bridge, should be hungry tonight, should not
Amen.
have access to health care and education and a parental authority. So that's what we're trying to do. And we think tonight is a great step. So I thank you for your dedication, your service, your 40-year friendship. And I'll give you the final word if you've got something else.
I just feel my heart strangely warmed for orphans, and I hope that others do as well.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Amen. All
And
right.
we will stay in
God bless
touch.
you.
Blessings.
You.